All right. We are here with Marc Holland. Marc is a mentorship client of ours. Marc had an incredible journey, and I wanted to share his story with you guys. So, Marc, tell us a little bit about your journey with wholesaling. Where were you at in your wholesaling journey right before you started working with us? What were you doing in your wholesaling business?
So right before joining with you guys, it was struggling really hard to do 1 to maybe 2 deals a month. And then even getting those deals, and were they even good deals or not? And, did I have the numbers right? And, did I have somebody that I'm going to be able to sell it to? So before joining you guys, it was a really struggle because you're all over the place. You hear real estate investing and you hear wholesaling and subject to, and there's so many things out there. You just don't know what to grasp a hold of. I knew it could work, but at the same time, I needed something that was going to be able to just give me more focus and bring me in and just show me the way, I guess you could say. So you were doing 1, maybe 2 deals per month, and you were at that level for quite a while. It was probably 6 months of communication from the time that we first got connected before you joined up with us. And were you at that same level for about that time, that whole 6 months before you started with us? Yeah, pretty much. It was a constant daily grind, struggle, and everything. And I was doing just cold calling, but I was doing it all myself. And I was started out making 200 calls, thinking this is a pretty good number. It wasn't even close. Well, you make 500, and it's getting better. And then talking with you briefly a little bit on the phone, you said some of your mentorship guys were having some success making, 600, 750 calls. They just put their head down and just started hammering out calls, and they were being successful. And so I started to do that. Then I was consecutively doing 2 deals a month and starting to kind of trickle in a little bit more. After that, I said, well, if he's going to share his insight to me, not even being part of this mentorship program, that I can only imagine everything I could get from you guys and the knowledge if I did join. So that was kind of the takeaway for me, for sure, to go ahead and join.
Yeah, awesome. I remember that conversation. You were telling me what you were doing, and I'm the type of person that I want people to get results, one way or another. And so I gave you that little piece of advice, and you actually took it and ran with it, which was a good sign for me as a coach, because I'm like, this guy's coachable. This guy is, when we give him a plan, he goes out and implements. You take action on the advice that we give you. And that is a trait of the most successful clients that we've worked with, which was a trait that we saw right off the bat with you. Tell us about whenever you joined. So you're doing your 1 to 2 deals per month, and you joined with us. I think it was like mid-December. You joined up with us. You started our mentorship program. Tell us about what happened whenever you joined the Game Changers mentorship program.
It happened a lot faster than I had anticipated. And I'm sure that was from making all the phone calls as well too, but just really implementing what you guys were telling me. Just like you said, being coachable. There's no reason to join in any sort of program if you're not going to be coachable. What's the point? And so I'm just sitting there absorbing everything you guys are saying, and then started Texi as a new marketing program as well too, on top of the cold calling, which just multiplied everything. And then it was just off to the races, where now I'm seeing 2 and 3 deals consecutively come in. And at that point, the light bulb goes off and says, this is doing 4 deals a month, which is my goal. That's very attainable. And I'm doing that right now in the first 2 months of being with you guys. So just incredible, exciting.
Yeah. And so, Marc, like something that was really exciting for us is we set this goal for you to get a contract per week. How many seller contracts did you get in the month of January?
6
seller contracts. And you're going with us right at like mid-December. And so you're taking that, a couple of weeks to get traction, and January really started to hit your stride.
Yeah.
6 seller contracts.
Yeah.
That was the biggest month that you've ever had as far as like number of seller contracts.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. And you actually just, what did you tell me right when we got on this call? You said, you just got another contract.
Yeah. Signed one yesterday. So I'm on the board for February. So I got one knocked out for February already on the 5th.
So. Yeah. So you got one February 4th, keeping that train rolling. So, and I have no doubt that that's just going to keep growing and expanding because you're going to start leveraging some other vehicles from here. With your progress that you've seen, where do you think this is going to go next for you? I mean, you're rolling, man. I mean, you got 6 contracts in January. The momentum's still carrying over. Where do you think that this is going to carry you on to?
Oh man, the sky's the limit 100%. Before starting this, I was just trying to figure out, does wholesaling work? And everybody says that at the beginning. I know I can make it work because I've been in sales and marketing for 20 plus years. And I knew that if I could get into something that's really big, I could be successful. But at the same time, the people you hear or that I heard were successful were the ones that had huge marketing budgets. And I'm like, well, I don't have that. So it's just a lot of questions of, is it going to work? Can it work? But then joining with you guys and seeing it work, I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, I am now to the point to where after this first quarter that I need to be doing 10 a month. I mean, that's not anywhere out of the question. And from there on, I mean, with that kind of deal flow coming in, you should do anything at that point, right?
Yeah. And that's where you can start, building out your team and really create that real business out of this.
Yes, absolutely. That's the goal. That's the goal for joining in the first place, is absolutely having a team, having it run without me, and having it a full-blown 100% business. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So what were some of the main challenges that you experienced, before working with us that we helped you overcome to get to this level right now that you're experiencing?
Focus and clarity, I think. Because before, and I thought I was focused before, but there's still things that are out there. And I didn't necessarily have shiny object syndrome, but I have a little bit of it to where, it's this marketing, that marketing. And anytime you start thinking these other things, it's throwing you off your momentum of what you're doing right then. And you've got to be 100% focused on what you're doing, execute what you're doing, and just fully execute that. And then that's been the main thing for me. It's just the amount of focus that you guys put on what's working, go after that, and let's start, hitting up the volume on it and start shooting higher. Yeah, that's been the main thing.
Since we were in talks so much for such a long period of time before you got started, were you nervous at all before hopping into, this mentorship program type situation?
I wouldn't say nervous is the word. I would say being cautious or careful, because you just don't really know what you're going to get out of a program. And so it took me a little while to join you guys, and I'm glad it did, because during that time frame, I wasn't even a member. I wasn't paying anything, but I would still reach out to you and be like, "This is where I am. This is my struggle," and you would take the time to reply back and say, "Hey, one of the mentorship students is doing this. He's having success. Start doing this." It has started working. And I'm like, well, if he's going to answer my question outside of me being in the program, it shows the character of you and Alan, that you guys actually care. And that's been a huge thing too, is you guys actually care about the success of your students. Hands down. You just don't see that. And that's why I was so skeptical, because you just don't know it. You always have your guard up and like, okay, what's his agenda? But with you guys, I mean, it's all, there's just nothing to hide, so it's been.
Yeah. Awesome, man. I really appreciate the kind words. And that really is something that we are very big on. We truly care about the success of every one of the clients that are working with us. We want to get one of you guys succeed. So Marc, if you were talking to somebody and they were on the fence about joining the mentorship program, what piece of advice would you give that person?
Just do it. Yeah, just go for it. I mean, trust me, I've been in your shoes. I knew where you were at. I was doing the same thing. And I took my time to be able to figure out if it's going to be a good fit. It's going to be a good fit for anybody who's coachable and they want to do more deals. They want to build a team, whatever it is, be more successful. 100%, hands down, just dive in. Just dive right in the deep end.
Awesome. Well, Marc, I appreciate it. I cannot wait to see what's ahead of me in the journey. You hit six contracts last month in January, and you're just getting started, man. I mean, like you said, the sky truly is the limit for you. And I'm honored to be a part of this journey, helping you in this journey. And I cannot wait to see what is ahead and what's in store for you in the future, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, James. I appreciate it. Thank you and Alan for 100%. You guys are the best.
Yeah. Thanks, Marc.
You appreciate it, man. No problem, James.